quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, first and 10. The Saints at 1-9 now on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. On the return is Jones. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. To the air on first down with Pickett. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. It's Pickett again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 64 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st down, Felton. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Saints are back within a score. That's good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On play action, here's Tua. They'll roll him out right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Broncos send out their punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Pickett.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Hey, computers, you're green.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number 1 job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Steps away.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A huge play there for Denver. 57 yards.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
On first down, Tagovailoa. This will be caught just inside the 10. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Najee Harris with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now.
This is intercepted.
Marcus Jones picks it, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step in? Can't do that. Oftentimes, interceptions result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Rolling to his left. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
KJ Hamler.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this one's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Pickett sets up play action.
Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
K.J. Hamler. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos will extend. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
2 and now on first down.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Harris is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game.
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Steps away to his left.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. After the sack on 1st down,
Tua. He'll go up top here for Hamler.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On the move to his left. Oh, wide open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 2nd and 10. Tua. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Harris running straight ahead. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos just continue to roll. McManus's point after is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Get me! Let's go! Let's go!
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talked about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
With baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old-school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
On 2nd and 1, Tua steps away. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
A busy night continues for Kamara.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Kamara up the middle. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Hurt. Kevin Price.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And now here is another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because
he's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards. Now a give, running left is Harris. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got a man, complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Tua going to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now McManus for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara.
110 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Radley.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Ready. 32. Right.
Tua now on first down. Rolling to his left. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. McManus now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for